Bearcats in the house, Chugga Bros in the house. Whoop, whoop. It's Saturday. We're here. We're hanging. We're chilling. You know it's time for the HMG TNA Turning Point replay watch along. We had a lot of fun last night with SmackDown watch along, the Smack Attack. We had the Ayatollah himself, Ben Hameen, jump in and join us. It was a great night. I'm going to keep the good times going. Whoop, whoop. So make sure you sign your end date before you come in, pal. Yeet, yeet. So we're going to be checking out TNA Turning Point on a, let's just say, alternative that has multiple parts of it up. And we'll be checking it out. Yeet, yeet. So let's go ahead and get it started. And we see we got Cold-Blooded. And we got Lab Rat in the house. We got Lamario Hockey. What's up, pal? Always good to see you. Whoop, whoop. Hope you're having a great Saturday. And we got Dan in the house. Whoop, whoop. Good to see you, pal. Hope you're having a great Saturday. All righty. Do our usual countdown. 3, 2, 1, play. Hit and play on play. In 3, 2, 1, play.
I made your voices heard loud and clear. And after clawing, I could stand here.
I got some air fried chicken in the bag, tossed in buffalo sauce. It's gonna be a good night, pal. Got two wings and a leg.
I don't give a damn what 3 letters you represent. When you step to me, you better bring the same fire and the same passion that I bring. That's Brooks Jensen, Lexus King, Charlie.
Yo, what's up, Zach?
It's NXT.
Happy Saturday. Hope you're having a great day. Whoop whoop.
NXT stars. I run the world champion. Are you kidding me? Frankie Kazarian is cold and shot for the TNA World Title. Are you kidding me? Oh my God! Frankie Kazarian is World Champion.
And new TNA World Champion.
Bold move, Cotton. Let's see how it plays out.
Takes the crown. The perfect storm. Caught Santana.
I bathe in your tears. Be angry with me. Be very angry with me. But you know what? Get used to it. Because the king has his crown. Frankie Kazarian is the TNA World Champion. And I'm going to be for a long time.
TNA Wrestling is sold out at Full Sail University in Orlando, Florida tonight.
Of course, selling out at Full Sail ain't really saying much.
And controversy last night on Impact. NXT's gave way to opportunity.
Yeah, that kind of is the only real silver lining in all this is that we don't know where they're going. I mean, they're going somewhere. We just don't know.
Absolutely turning point.
It is. Yes, this is indeed his first world title.
This evening with the knockout. And there you see the challenger. Oh, do I ever love playing on a theme? Look at it. Do you see what they're doing, Tom?
Yeah.
Do you see it? Do you soak it in? That's Big Red Riding Hood and by Elegance. And, oh, that's the Little Bad Wolf. Heather by Elegance. It's I smell a new title reign coming into this magical duo. Halloween was 2 weeks ago. And yet the
I would like that. I would not be against that.
Sorry, your inner child is dead. Get ready
That would actually be interesting. EY's behind it.
World champion coming back to the Elegance brand as it should.
Yo, what's up, Jay Hall? Good to see you, pal. Happy Saturday. Hope your day is going well. Yeet yeet.
Championship tonight as her opportunity.
I think I know what one you're talking about because I saw that too. Was it called Distraction? So I think Samoa Joe was on that too.
Taking out 2 members in a row.
Where like the contestants had to answer questions while like the wrestlers were body slamming them and spinning them around or lifting them up or suplexing them.
The personal concierge brokered this opportunity with Santino Marella last night night on Impact, saying that because Ash by Elegance had to relinquish the championship and step away from in-ring competition back in Victory Road, that technically the Elegance brand is due a rematch. So we got two rematches last night and tonight for M against Kalani Jordan. Let's take a look at the tail. Ever. Knockouts world title shot for M by Elegance. Meanwhile, Kalani Jordan has reigned as a
Cool,
Knockouts
sweet.
world champion for 43 days. He's already eclipsed
Whoop, whoop.
And her opponent, from Point Beach, Florida, champion, Kalani Jordan.
a lot of confidence from the personal concierge. No
Whoop, whoop.
surprise
What's up,
there.
Sonic? Good to see you, pal.
An amazing ring.
Hope all is well. Yeet, yeet. Call you earlier playing some Reservoir Dogs. Whoop, whoop.
Wait a minute, inside the ring, M has gone after Kalani Jordan early on. I believe the little bad wolf, Heather by Elegance, got the attention of the TNA Knockouts World Champion. I was going to say, to the bell ring, this match is now technically underway. Referee Daniel Spence handle on this thing. Hey, the early wolf gets the word.
Whoop, whoop.
Yes, the involvement of Heather by Elegance on the outside. This is how the Elegance brand operates, with or without Ash.
Yeah, if you guys got Twitch, please give Sonic a follow. Let's help him get to affiliate. Whoop, whoop.
Here's the cover and a kick out. M by Elegance. This is a huge test for M by Elegance. The biggest opportunity of her career, no doubt about it. Shoulder right to the midsection there by Kalani Jordan, who is scheduled to defend. Oh, next time Knockouts World Championship is a part of NXT Gold Rush in the next few weeks. Is scheduled for a trip. His confidence and arrogance has grown week by week as champion. No doubt about it. Take a look at here again. The move. So
Ooh.
right into M by Elegance. That's that gymnastics background of Kalani
That moonsault
Jordan.
didn't hit. That did not hit at all.
Former Michigan State Spartan. All to the top turnbuckle. Hold on. The personal concierge is the referee's attention. And Heather.
Ooh, that sounds delicious.
Look, the foot of Kalani Jordan caught up in the rope now, too. This is a bad place to be. Oh, and a big kick to the side of the head from M by Elegance. Hey, we learned well enough last night. It's not always about.
Yo, what's up, RCR Blue? Whoop, whoop.
It's just about getting it done. And then
Yeah, man, we're keeping it going. Yeet, yeet. How are you doing? Always good to see you. Whoop, whoop.
M appears to have control at this point in the matchup without the involvement of the Elegance brand. I believe that M is prepared for opportunity. The TNA Hall of Famer and the first ever Knockouts World Champion, Gail King, saw something in and that's why she's a part of TNA Wrestling. What What does that even mean without the elegance brand and the influence of your personal culture?
You know exactly what it covers. Trying to
Get some good old cheese hot dogs.
Cheating, and without the sun, the world would be dark. But these are just things that will never be. Oh, the elegance brand is forever.
Right to the midsection. The elegance brand would like to, of course, bring that.
Let's just remember, I saw Samoa Joe on that distraction show. He was wearing those same shorts, the same ones.
You should be talking about that. You should.
Still has them.
TNA hype man. Come on, this is about bringing the title home.
Yeah, that's some shit, man.
I've not seen Mike Santana all day.
Nobody has. There's been no word. As far as we know, that match still going ahead as scheduled, but stay tuned. Hopefully, we will know more as this night goes on.
Yeah, it's by design, man. It's all by design. What's up, Gruss? Good to see you, pal. You be doing well. What to do with you? Whoop whoop. Hope your Saturday and weekend's going well. Yeet yeet.
Right now, and by elegance, trying to take down one of NXT's brightest.
Yeah, sorry, this match is not doing much for me. Hopefully, this goes quickly.
Down goes Kalani Jordan.
A couple follicles out with that one.
Jordan, big shots here. Jordan last night on Impact refused the assistance and I guess the welcome by Mara Shane. Hookside and laying leg.
Did you see that? What a counter into the German suplex from N by Elegance, who might be looking to end it here with that moonsault of hers.
M's got all the athletic gifts. Go for the elegant moonsault. Nobody home.
Elegant beginning. Destructive landing.
Take a look who's watching backstage. Mara Shane, Zaya Brookside, and Elaine Lee. I mentioned last night on Impact, he extended an olive branch to Kalani Jordan, so you're welcome in our locker room, and Jordan wanted nothing of it.
Look, you're walking into enemy here every time you step in the building. As an NXT wrestler carrying a TNA championship, them's the breaks.
Jordan, yeah, we're right down the street from the WWE Performance Center. I don't know how welcome she is in that locker room.
Sometimes you gotta stand on your own to get to the top. Back and forth. Slugging.
Oh shit, that sucks, dude. Damn. Sorry to hear that, pal. Get well soon. Whoop whoop.
Big extension from N.
Nice lad, Brad. Whoop whoop. Let's go.
Super kick. Off of the ropes, big forearm shot there by Kalani Jordan. And this is where Jordan can really build momentum. Look at that. Go for the cartwheel back elbow.
Another good counter there from M.
Jordan landing on her feet. Trying to corral and by elegance. Shoulders down, trying to hold on to the knockouts. World title and a kick out.
It was not stopping.
There it is. The cartwheel and a big connection there for Kalani Jordan.
Big time momentum for the sitting champion.
Now measuring M by Elegance, trying to turn away yet another member of the Elegance brand in just 24 hours.
I'm not going to let that happen without a fight, though. Looking away, trying to counter at every turn.
Oh, now Ann trying to use her strength and her size to her advantage. Look out, Kalani Jordan with a leg right across the throat. Cover, kick out by M.
That was close, but what resilience from M by Elegance.
How highly competitive matchup here to kick off Turning Point, sold out in Orlando.
Oh, look at this. Jordan trying to position M by Elegance for the end, potentially.
Going for one of a kind, that split-legged moonsault. M wisely holding on to the foot.
M has had some great counters in this matchup.
Oh, nice, Gross. Whoop, whoop.
With the footing there, Kalani Jordan on the move and another pump kick.
Using those long legs to her advantage.
And now look at M.
Oh, dude, I'm sorry, man. Oof.
Jordan on the driver, Oh, it couldn't win the Knockouts World title.
So close to where it belongs. Kalani Jordan, but somehow dug deep and found a way to kick out and stay in this matchup.
You can see M trying to compose herself. Definitely frustrated at this point in the bout.
Oh, up and over goes M. Who's really held her own here with one of NXT's best.
Completely agree. M has had a fantastic showing in her first singles match on a TNA Plus live broadcast.
Split-legged stunner.
M is
Was it
down.
enough?
Jordan going for a cover, trying to win this. Left shoulder up in time, but Jordan held on.
Smart move there from Kalani Jordan, not giving any space to M and turning it into this single leg crab.
Reminiscent of our own Lance Storm, the single leg Boston Crab, center of the ring. Is M gonna tap out?
That's a bad place to be. It's a long way to go to get to that bottom rope if she wants to escape.
And by
Jordan trying to hold
Oof.
here. Quick roll.
Oof, man. Oh, that's oh, I'm sorry, dude. That is rough.
Stop there by Jordan. The counters back and forth, but this is
Yeah, she's not. She's really not. Extremely talented athlete, good looking girl. It's just she's not interesting.
TNA Knockout World Champion Kalani Jordan.
a crying shame that the title couldn't come home to the Elegance brand. I mean,
Just like a charisma vacuum.
TNA President Carlos Silva wrapping the belt around the champion. It was time for Carlos Silva and all of us here at TNA Wrestling after what transpired last night. But nonetheless, this world champion put on a hell of a performance, as did her challenger.
no doubt about it. Great way to kick.
I'm gonna take those titles from the inside.
Yeah, what's up, Zane? Good to see you, pal. Whoop whoop.
Tonight.
Just some TNA, pal. Not a whole lot other than that. But happy Saturday. Yeet yeet.
Jim, I've got my eye on Bonnie. You know, somebody has to. She's been out here wilding out. Everything's getting too. I found myself here. I'm just trying to make sure she doesn't lose herself. Of course.
What is going on here? Broadcast journalist. You know what's going on tonight? My big brother is teaming with Frankie Kazarian in the
Yeah, she is kind of getting that, kind of doing
That's
that.
the big story. She's not news. She's not the news. I'm the news. Okay?
Excuse you. Look, maybe your brother doesn't want you out there acting a damn fool.
Excuse me. No, excuse you. Okay, and why does your hair always look so wet? Building, they're free. blow dryer, something, anything. My brother might call a shot tonight.
I hope you guys are turning around and kick some ass. Whoop, whoop.
Think about that? 'Cause I thought about it. Did you think about that? He might. That's the big story, okay? No offense, but this is dumb, lazy journalism, okay? And again,
Ooh, that's scary. But at least you got it back, though.
Lazy, okay? Just to recap, dumb and lazy, hair looks wet. Okay.
I mean, there are talents. Did you think about that, Tom? Did you think about that?
Dumb and lazy. Gia Miller and Mara Shade might destroy Ryan Nemeth.
You should watch it.
Latest information announced as I'm Tom Hannafin. He's the drama king Matthew Ray. Well, we're just getting started. TNA turning point. In a matter of moments, it'll be our next matchup. It'll be AJ Francis of First Class.
It does.
BDE, the YouTube
Movie these two. It has gotten so.
All right, while they're running down the card, I'm going to step outside for a little smoky toki. Be right back. Whoop, whoop.
what transpired. It was a TNA.
Woo!
Santana was defending against Ryan Nemeth when multiple NXT stars rushed the ring, ruined the matchup, and then assaulted the right arm of Mike Santana. But it was moments later that one of the co-winners of the Call Your Shot Gauntlet match, Frankie Kazarian, took the opportunity to call.
What I think with this whole co-winner thing is, now I think that Nick Nemeth is the sole guy who has the trophy, or the Call Your Shot Gauntlet trophy. Nice. What'd you think? Aside from they need to bring you in.
Last night was pure chaos, okay? We were invaded by NXT. We need to be showing some respect at TNA. This is not an open door where anyone can just come here and create ruckus.
No, he's right. It was a disgrace. Ava, we can't just allow them to come in here and treat the place like they are.
What did you know about this?
I've already told you nothing. I didn't sign off on anything that happened yesterday. That's why I'm here. We've had this partnership for months. Do you really think I would jeopardize that right now? Why wouldn't you? Let me make something.
Whoop, whoop.
I'm the GM of NXT. You're the GM of TNA. I'll handle my locker room. You handle yours.
Really? That's all you're going to say about this?
I'll see you soon.
Well, the action continues here tonight at Turning Point as AJ Francis set to go one-on-one with the YouTube sensation himself, BDE, one-on-one.
Now, this escalated last night before Impact went on the air. It was a special edition where AJ Francis, Rick Swan, and the Grammy Award winner Chameleon were holding court. BDE confronted AJ Francis, and instead, Francis delivered a down payment, choke slamming BDE through the table. These two have a long history. You smell that?
Yeah, the profanity does seem forced.
Francis and BDE tangled in the Collier for glory, but these two have known each other for well over a year in the world of pro wrestling.
Speaking of the commentary, you know who Vita Scott's married to, right? No, I think it's BDE, but it sounds like VEE.
Content is king, and BDE is taking advantage of every single moment, as you can see there.
I think they're actually doing that.
Tall task ahead of him in his in-ring singles debut for TNA.
Because like the main storyline is because he's involved in the main storyline right now.
First class from Pioneer City, Maryland, weighing in at 333 pounds, AJ Francis.
Now that
Stephen Flo, Stephen Flo, Stephen Flo. I just now got it.
that night, Swan, as we speak, is getting ready for his opportunity to exhibition title, but BDE not wasting time.
He's still got his phone. He's recording all of this.
There's nearly 1.5 million YouTube subscribers, and you see all of this up close and personal.
Talk about striking while the iron. I'll give him a lot of credit, a lot of gusto. It's a bold move coming at AJ Francis like that, and now the match officially begun.
It's a bold move, but it's good strategy, trying to surprise Francis, but he's cut down out of the air.
Well, it was a good strategy for a minute. I mean, look, it takes a lot of charisma and confidence to put yourself out there to the world like BDE has over the years, and now another level to step foot into this industry he's covered for so long. But man, there's just some things you gotta learn the hard way.
Kick right to the side of the head. BDE made his official pro wrestling debut back in January, and well, most of his struggles on the independent scene, our friends at Pro Wrestling Revolver, they come against AJ Francis.
He's gonna learn today what it's like to fight with the big dogs.
Oh,
But again, the athleticism, the natural ability of BDE.
about a sleeper here on the larger man. This is smart.
Now trying to wear him down, trying to chop that redwood as low as you can get him.
BDE trying to look down Francis.
Yeah, it should be a little bit more. Yeah, it should be a little bit different crew.
You can even see Francis maybe a little bit
He's between both shows, especially if they're working together.
Offense, BDE was able to get in. I'm sure he thought this would be a walk in the park.
BDE is making his official TNA singles debut.
Yeah, that's always a possibility, but we shall see.
AJ Francis is none too pleased. Earlier on,
Like I haven't heard anything
AJ Francis
yet,
as famous as he
or anything from anybody talking backstage or any stooge reports.
That is blasphemy.
Here's the bulk of the five.
Yo, what's up, G-Ball? Good to see you, pal. Whoop whoop. Happy Saturday. Yeah, who? It's this guy named BDE, who's a popular YouTuber, like over a million subscribers, and also a trained wrestler.
Now the hard lessons are about to enter the classroom courtesy of Professor AJ Francis.
Now Francis launching BDE into the turnbuckles.
Riding with that.
Yeah, and I'm sure the locker room's happy about all the extra eyeballs we're getting on them. So that means more work for us. And we can up our rates too.
Jay Francis can do in a wrestling ring. It's the fact that he lines for years in the National Football League as a D lineman.
Big man who can move, and there, give you a little taste of Tennessee whiskey. Smooth as ever from AJ Francis.
Question is, how much take?
We're going to find out real quick as Francis looks to bend him in half.
Oh, easily. Easily.
Trying to break BDE.
It'd be fun to watch.
Well, they call it breaking into the business for a reason, Tom. It ain't easy. It ain't pain-free. A lot of lessons to learn.
Oh, wait a minute. Francis was trying to send BDE into the steel post. Avoiding catastrophe, however. BDE now...
This has been a really good, like, big man versus athletic little man match. Like, these guys are actually working their sizes very well.
Off of the apron. Oh, trying to take down... Oh, no, not this. Oh!
Ooh! Spine right into the corner. Damn. Ooh. It looked like his spine, like the length of his spine went right into the corner of the apron. Oh, shit. Oof.
No slowing down, no stop.
Count of three from our referee, Frank Castano. BDE has until the count of 10 to get back into the ring. AJ Francis looks content to take a count-out victory.
Be happy to know that he's able to shut him down just that hard, just that long.
Now, BDE is hardly moved. Count of 8.
Dude, no jokes. That one place I've talked about before, Strictly Insane Pro Wrestling, there was a regular there who what he would do is he would actually pay the promoter the booking fees for guys like Too Tough Tony and Madman Pondo just so he could work them.
You want a future in this, Brandon. You might want to think about tomorrow.
At least that's what I was told.
And now Francis trying to wear down BDE
And I would totally believe it.
to tell BDE that he doesn't belong in a pro wrestling ring.
Well, I believe in everybody following their dream. This since day one. This business is not for everyone. But can BDE find a way out of this?
Right to the jaw, BDE.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit of a kind of getting used to the
That's a hell of a counter. Huge window of opportunity.
doing things a little bit differently than they're used to.
Off of the top, missile drop kick. Francis is down again.
Are you kidding me? Is that enough?
And he beat Francis. Oh, and BDE can't end the matchup. What a colossal victory this would be for BDE in his first singles match ever in TNA.
Ow. We're going to tune up the band, so to speak.
BDE couldn't. Oh, caught by Francis.
Not today, says AJ.
Oh, now Francis was going for the down payment and a Canadian destroyer.
Are you kidding me? How the hell did he pull that?
That's right. I forgot about that.
Good God.
BDE could be closing in on a monumental.
The Canadian Destroyer
It's enough.
is now a transition move.
Take it away.
Oh, the left shoulder up in time.
We got to take a look back at this flurry. First, this incredible counter. Chokeslam into a destroyer. That's absolutely unreal.
Somehow that didn't end the matchup. Then that running knee strike. Francis was able to kick out. Now BDE going up top. He's got Orlando behind him.
Look out. helmet. And now I got a feeling.
Agreed. He could pull that off. You put on some size, he could pull that off.
By Francis. Nearly cutting the YouTube sensation in half, and it could be time. It looks like payment is due here, Tom.
Oh, look out. A down payment by AJ Francis.
Francis not immediately going for the cover.
With the defiance of BDE.
He says, give me more. And hey, careful what you ask for.
Another down payment. Cover. A valiant effort by BDE.
Dude, that little spot right there got BDE over, even in loss. Now we just learned he's a defiant guy that even in the face of defeat, I'm still going to mock you and call you out.
What a champion looks like. You know, gold is always on the mind of AJ Francis.
Tonight, BDE became the
In the face of defeat, I don't stop talking trash.
YouTuber to compete in a TNA ring in a singles matchup, and he had a spectacular performance, but in the end, it was a pair of down payments that spelled the end for BDE.
Francis making an emphatic statement.
And I'm not going to lie, that's kind of a trait I can kind of personally relate to a little bit.
Shot to everybody else in TNA.
There have been multiple times I've gotten into fights, I've gotten my ass kicked.
Big win for the big
And then I'm right back up. Is that all you got, bitch?
Well, right now it's time for the
I shouldn't say right back up. I should say stagger to my feet. That's more like, hell you got, bitch.
by multiple NXT stars. It appeared that Mike Santana is right on.
Ooh,
We understand
injury report. Mike Santana, undetermined.
left Full Sail University. Team has yet had the opportunity to evaluate Mike Santana. Elijah's comeback was nearly complete last night on Impact. However, his recovery suffered a major setback when Mustafa Ali attacked him with his own guitar. Elijah surgically repaired left tricep. Not cleared for competition at this time. After last night's
So
battle,
tricep injury.
Nick
Nemeth, no injury, cleared.
and is officially cleared for tonight's tag team main event. This TNA injury report is presented by BioFlex.
I think I have this weird thing in me where it's like, yeah, you might beat. It's my weird way of like letting them know that yeah, you might beat me, but you won't beat me.
But I haven't been able to get a hold of Mike today. Have you spoken to your partner?
No, G, I haven't been able to speak to him. I haven't seen him. So when you do,
Yeah, same here. It's pretty sweet.
because if not, I will go out there.
Like when I
whether it's 2-on-1.
do stuff to help promote like I pointed out how or I did the tweet where I mentioned how the JCW World Champions on SmackDown last night. I tagged him in it and he retweeted.
I am a 2-time TNA International Champion for a reason. I am a former.
Or I should say it's probably, or of course, actually I think that's more Noel or Noel that's running it. I think. Yeah, he's looking good with it.
So when I'm done stacking bodies on both of you, whether I'm alone or not,
Honestly, I'm not trying to.
1 second that I'm not having my eyes in that crowd.
This is actually more years ago when this was kind of a regular thing for me when I was a target of bullying.
You want to go to war.
That was just kind of my lot in school and growing up. So I was always head on a swivel, ready for anyone to strike at any time. No joke. There was one time when I was just walking down the hallway, chatting with a couple of friends. A dude jumped me and slammed me into a locker. Before I had a chance to get my hands on him, he ran off, and then teachers are grabbing us and pulling us into the principal's office. And then we were sitting there. He's like, I beat you up. I'm like, dude, you slammed me into a locker and ran as soon as the teacher started yelling. Like, you jumped me into a locker, and and then ran as soon as authority came.
The intensity of this rivalry. This was just last night live on TNA Impact. Hartwell one-on-one with Luna. Hartwell frustrated that Luna had gone for a steel chair, trying to introduce it into the matchup like we'd seen between these two.
Give me Tyler Durden, pal.
Hartwell was not going to be a victim and went after Luna with the steel chair, however, suffered the disqualification loss.
Following is a no disqualification match. Introducing first from London, England, Danny Luna.
Well, it was not too long ago, just a few months back, that Danny Luna and Indy Hartwell were thick as thieves, friendly. They were tag team partners going after tag team gold at one point. But quickly, as Indy Hartwell continued to move up.
And there's another fight where
Danny Luna seemed to take issue with much of it. And now
well, there's one I'll never forget this because it was on 9/11 when this happened. So there's this one guy who had been just picking on me. At one point, he put gum in my hair. And then it was on 9/11 when this happened. I'll never forget. We were both standing in the aisle of the bus. He just starts in with me. I start talking trash back. He shoves me. I shove him. He swings at me. I duck, come back with a hook, crack him right across the cheek. I'll never forget it because the pop that connection made. I'll never forget this. Every head in front of me like simultaneously turned and looked at us. And then before I knew it, before anything else could go any further, the bus driver separated us, drug us off the bus. And then we're taken to the principal's office. I remember him crying. And then later, and he might have. I do not, to this day, I don't doubt that. I've kind of, when I think about that, sometimes I think that might have been a thing because right after that happened, he went out of his way to be nice to me.
Against Kalani Jordan at Bound for Glory, obviously came up short. Her entire family had flown across the world, Australia to Lowell, Massachusetts, to be there that night. Now trying to do something right here at TNA.
Danny Luna taking a little quick sip of some A game, but maybe paid the price for it. Better than Popeye and spinach, baby.
Johnny Damon would be proud. The ultimate in hydration. Thank you to A-Game.
Hey, good sponsor spot. That's actually smart to work in a spot to get over the sponsor in the middle of a match. Ooh. Ooh. Damn. Like that was a shoot. That was a shoot. Yeah, so Indy Hartwell just picked up a chair and flung it through the underneath the bottom rope, and as she threw it, it spun, and the leg of it, the tip of the leg, hit Danny Luna right on the knee. You could hear her scream, "Ow!"
Tremendous action we're seeing right now. It's why we're trending on social media. Turning Point being used all over the world. Thank you for tuning in. 175 countries live on TNA Plus.
Yeah, never fun to get hit in the joint like that, especially with a sharp tip. Or might not have been the tip, but the very least the leg of that hit her knee.
That's exactly what I was working. All this prepping of the weapons gave Danny Luna an ample opportunity to recover, and now she's turned this one around.
This is great advice. This is great advice. Make sure you take that because, for real, you never know. You never know.
I'm sure the matchup between the Hardys and Team 3D and Bound for Glory has inspired a lot of our roster. What in the hell is going on?
Well, it's just the
Did John Moxley all of a sudden possess Danny Luna?
squeeze every bit of breath out of Indy Hartwell here. Danny Luna is on another level tonight.
Ever since the team of Spitfire, Danny Luna and Jody threat dissolved, Luna has been extremely frustrated, has been trying to get towards the Knockouts World Championship, and as her frustrations have grown, her tendency towards violence has gone up.
Human embodiment of the chip.
Oh, God!
That would have been bad news for Hartwell. From Indy.
No concern for another human being there by Danny Luna. That is intent to harm.
Stop pulling up the ring apron.
I'm pretty sure it might be called, in some states, I'm pretty sure it's called attempted murder.
We're breaking out the lumber here in Orlando.
Whoop, whoop, get the tables, pal.
I said it was a whole new side, a whole new level to
Wait a minute. Oh, taking the time to set up the table. That created an opening for Danny Luna.
It's the second time that's happened now. Indy Hartwell's got to be careful of these advantages that she has, that they're not wasted in moments like that.
Remember, this is a no countouts. The decision has to happen inside the ring. Whoa, whoa.
No, she didn't. This is true.
Precarious position there for Indy Hartwell.
Powder to the eyes.
All right, so I'm guessing Tony Khan has helped sponsor a portion of this show.
Through the dust.
Oh, my God. Oh, the German suplex center of the ring. Cover. Hartwell able to kick out.
The way Danny Luna, through the mist of the powder, just
Down went Indy Hartwell.
the momentum, the tenacity, your point, Tom.
Ironically, the way she gave her that German, how she twisted in midair and turned it into like a belly to back, actually was safer than a German from that spot. So credit to Danny for that.
You talked about Danny Luna. Again, ever since this summer, the split up of her tag team, focusing on singles goals.
Yeah, for real. Like she came in, hot prospect, new signee.
Kalani Jordan,
You know, pushed her to the knockouts title picture, and then as soon as she lost, it's just been beep.
Stop sign. Right to the back of Hartwell.
Here tonight. It is all green lights for destruction for Danny Luna.
That steel chair has been the calling card for Danny Luna for months now here in TNA Wrestling. Now, Indy Hartwell trying to prevent disaster. Face first into the chair goes Luna. Oh, drop toe hold, and now Hartwell into the steel. Big close on by Luna.
Right through this.
Emergency into the cover and a kick out.
You can almost see Danny Luna struggling to contain the rage, contain the anger, to try to focus in on winning the match, because if she let loose, it would just be all chaos, pure destruction.
You can feel the malice in Danny Luna. Both these knockouts trying to climb the ranks within the division. Path to the World Championship, but right now Danny Luna trying to carve Indy Hartwell to pieces.
Setting up that solid steel ladder in the corner. Now what?
Oh!
All right, that was a good camera shot. Looked like it got her in the neck, but it was actually the shoulder.
Of Indy Hartwell.
Suffered a steel chair attack multiple times at the hands of Luna months ago.
Now Danny getting even more steel involved. What's going through the mind? What is the next plan of attack? Danny Luna here. A ladder in one corner, seven steel chairs now in another. There's nowhere in this match you can go for safe haven.
Sold out crowd here at Full Sail University in Orlando, Florida, taking in this critical night for TNA. This is indeed turning point in every sense of the word.
I think we do. I think it's her and Victoria Crawford and the Angel Warriors against the Inspiration for the Knockout Tag Team titles. So that would make sense why we had Kalani Jordan and M early, because that way it gives some M some time to recover. And plus, she's also in there with 5 other women to help carry the workload. I see it. I could totally see it.
Somehow, some way, Indy Hartwell digs down deep.
A trademark resilience of Indy Hartwell on display, and the violence of Danny Luna at work. The Blue Thunder. Somehow, Hartwell perseveres. Oh!
Now Luna, it's her turn to go absolutely hog wild with that kendo stick. Now look at this. Oh,
the kendo stick right across the jaw. Luna attacked with that screwdriver across the throat earlier on. Oh, now the kendo stick's into the throat.
Version of a cross-face submission here, using the kendo stick for leverage.
How much of this can Indy Hartwell tolerate?
Continuing to fight, though.
Hartwell back up to her feet now. Sleeper with the kendo stick. Oh! Hartwell backing up Luna into the steel chair.
Trying to, finally escapes. But she needs a lot more breathing room than that.
Big shots here by Hartwell. Trying to stay alive. Luna sent into the steel ladder.
Nasty collision there. And it looks like Hartwell may not be done.
Oh, now. Oh, spine buster!
Oh, God. Cover! It has to be.
I'm looking forward to his rant on Monday. Yeah, that should. Yeah, if you like hearing vet rants, Monday should be a good one. Between this and last night and the other night's Impact, yeah, if you like vet rants, Monday's Impact Attack should be a good one.
This is what it means to be a TNA knockout.
But what's it going to take?
Hartwell, into that uppercut. Luna using the top rope.
Snapping the neck against the rope there. And oh, wait a second. She's not thinking that German through the table on the outside.
Oh, dear God. Luna nearly had Hartwell. Hartwell able to escape for just a moment. The big boot right to the face. And now Luna on top of the table.
Perhaps.
Yeah, get the muffins ready, pal. Deucey, call Mindy's Bakery. That's kind of a good question. We'll have to see how the show develops.
Indy Hartwell putting everything on the line to end Danny Luna tonight. Take a look from the very top, right through the wood. Perfectly placed elbow drop. That's the length Indy Hartwell's willing to go to.
It's a no disqualifications match. There are no countouts. The decision has to happen inside the ring, however. That is now the task for Hartwell. Get Luna back inside. Try and win this thing.
How much is left of Danny Luna?
Oh, wait a minute. It's Hartwell. Hartwell trying to...
Dragging her in. But look at that. Hanging onto the ropes was Danny Luna.
Luna was trying to stay out of danger. As I mentioned, the match can only end via pinfall and submission in the ring.
Danny Luna.
Well, I'm pretty sure I'll be like,
What more is it going to take? This one has been...
I will end up being the vet, but I'll kind of, kind of do it, be me and be me, Ooh, that could have been nasty. Yeah, if I'm Indy, I'm leaning in during that pin like, hey, you all right?
What a war.
All right, once check that as the end of part 1. Hang on here. On to part 2. Whoop, whoop. Yeah, but if you mean by that, yeah. Yeah, I'm definitely the vet of Juggalo. Of the Juggalo shows here.
Of Indy Hartwell has been...
Take another look back here at the conclusion of this match. Hurts Donut into this
And honestly, the timing is perfect, too, the way we have everything scheduled on Thursdays. Because we start off with TNA Impact. And while that's going on, Russo's already doing his own watch-along and also joining in the live premiere of it on YouTube and chatting with people in the chat room. So then once all that's done, we do the replay afterwards after Impact's over and basically pick up any stragglers. And then that's how we grow and build the family. That's how we help. It's one of the ways that we help grow and build the family and the brand. Whoop, whoop.
That's not going on for sure.
No, it's definitely not. I wouldn't accept that, I just wanted to let you know that I hired extra security tonight just to make sure that nothing happens like yesterday.
Oh, I'm very pleased to hear that. I would have done the same thing myself, and I made a trip to Costco and send images right to my phone via Bluetooth and Wi-Fi. I haven't set it up yet, but
It is definitely up there. Hurts, don't it?
I don't like getting caught with my pants on the floor, but I'm sorry.
You know what? I apologize.
Thank you. Say hi to your papa.
I appreciate the compliment, Lab Rat, but I'm nowhere near his level.
I understand Santino Morello is feeling
Like, now,
now
that's mean like an on-air, on-air. Yeah. But yeah, what he does behind the scenes and the work he puts in and his production and what all his, hard work and his skill and what he can do compared, not even close.
Well, that's literally how we began the night last night. Ava and Santino coming together saying there was a newfound respect between both brands. That got shattered, in my opinion, after the actions of last night.
Now, on the countdown to Turning Point, Frankie Kazarian, the brand new TNA World Champion, claimed that he had between Mike Santana and Brian Nemeth. Do you believe that?
Of course I believe it.
Come on, how can you be so naive?
Because look, you can accuse Frankie Kazarian of a lot of things. You can call him a scumbag. You can call him an opportunist. You can call him the worst man on the planet.
I will call him all those things.
Fine. But there is nobody more TNA than Frankie Kazarian.
I understand that. Frankie Kazarian teaming up with Nick Nemeth later on in our main event against the international champion Steve Macklin and Mike Santana. However, no one has heard from Mike Santana or seen him here at Full Sail today.
However, we turn our attention back to tonight's action, and up next, it is the TNA Knockouts World Tag Team Championship on the line.
Do something with my desk here real quick.
The Inspiration defending against
Every once in a while, the screws loosen up. I gotta tighten them.
the Angel Warrior.
Well, let's take a look here at the tag lines as we get set for this triple threat matchup. Remember, Cassie and Jesse
What the fuck?
won the titles last month on Impact that followed Victory Road. Now, Blanchard and Crawford only have had 2 matches as a duo here in
Here we
TNA
go.
Wrestling. Meanwhile, the Angel Warriors are a perfect 5-0 as a tandem here in TNA. The Knockouts World Tag Team Championship is at stake here at Turning Point.
Undeniable.
Wait, nope. My bad. The Elegance brand is not wrestling this match. It's going to be the Angel Warriors. My bad. Forgot about them. Lola Vice. Yeah, pal.
World Tag Team Championship. Introducing first the challenger, the team of Victoria Crawford and Tessa.
Yeah, it could very well be that Australian comedy.
Tom, I don't want to speculate to compete here tonight.
I have to agree with you, Raywall. Victoria Crawford seems ready to go.
Curious what that might be about, but Tessa Blanchard, confident as ever, seemingly. In her
I would say Steph's got full on cakes.
The undeniable diamond. I don't know, something is off, Tom.
Nonetheless, the Tag Team Championship is at stake here.
Parker, yes, absolutely.
After a minute, I'm a little perplexed here. I'm not sure if Tessa Blanchard is.
Next, the team of Lady Lee and Diane Brookside, the Angel.
Give me the baker's dozen, pal.
Imagine what could be ahead for
Yeah, Team Bakery. Oh, man. With Chef Sean.
The next 2 Tuesdays from the theater at Madison Square Garden in New York City, where Lane Lake and Jordan Grace will compete against Kalani Jordan in a triple threat match for the Knockouts World Championship.
Hey, you know anything about me? Is that I do love a champ. And Lei Yingli has that opportunity over the next couple of weeks. Could be exciting times for the Angel Warriors.
Oh, nice little callback there to Ray Wall's previous association with Deonna Purrazzo when she was the champ, when she was the TNA Knockouts champion and the ROH Women's champion.
And their opponents, the team of Cassie Lee and Jessie McKay. They are the TNA Knockouts World Tag Team Champions. The Inspiration.
All right, well, I have to point this out. Blanchard and Crawford, you saw during the tag lines moments ago, they've only had 2 matches as a tandem here in TNA. They're 1-1.
Okay, there was a
Inspiration wasn't that long.
Odds, the stats are not in their favor, that's for true. But that is definitely real. But if there's anything we know about someone like Tessa Blanchard, and again, they feed into everything we've been saying so far, there's an ace up her sleeve somewhere. Always ready for challenges like this.
The Inspiration looking as iconic as ever. What do you mean they're mean?
They're mean. They're mean girls.
They're mean to you because you deserve it. Why don't you run down to Miller's Ale House with Nick and hang out?
Hey, I got a job to do, all right? Unlike some people. We'll see who gets the job done here in this match.
What is this?
Maybe we're going to get some answers.
Orlando. Escúchame, por favor. Unfortunately, I am not medically cleared to compete tonight. as a reminder that Victoria and we operate on a level much different than everybody here. So Florida, a place with 3
Yeah, pal. Whoop, whoop.
retirees, Disney adults, and crackheads by the looks of it.
Dude, that'd be a good match. Dude, Charlotte and Jade work. I'd be with that. Charlotte and Jade work well together. Dude, and she seems to be on fire tonight too. Like, just seems to be in a zone.
Whoa! Talk about a bombshell of an announcement.
All right, so this is the new girl they signed.
Was unexpected.
Let's go start creating a new faction here.
From Mila Moore last night on Impact. Announcement as a signing of TNA Wrestling and show this heartfelt story of her path with TNA Wrestling, professional wrestling, trying to get to this opportunity, training nearby with our own Ace Steel at the Foundation of Professional Wrestling here in Orlando. And Neil said when I got signed, I said, why did it take you so long?
I mean, look, she is the total package. You can just take a look at her and understand why she might think that. The confidence oozing off Mila Moore. Now, what an opportunity in her official debut as a TNA knockout to get a title match?
So Tessa Blanchard, not medically cleared to compete, is leaving the ringside area, but do you think at all what I was saying before about Blanchard and Crawford's record against the Inspiration, maybe this could work out in the favor?
Like, I mean, we go from a team that was 2 matches to a team that's had no matches together now with Crawford and Mila Moore. But hey, the game off of their opponent.
Absolutely.
Wild.
It's an X factor. So here we go.
Ah, okay, gotcha.
3 teams competing here, obviously. Only 2 teams, however, can be legal.
But she did at least appear.
Only one member of a legal
We did get to see some Tessa tonight.
competitors can tag in or out off their own part. Moore getting into the mix. Oh,
The Inspiration.
Oh, good. Thank you, man.
And everybody to the side.
Whoop, whoop. Okay, so why are the Inspiration dressed like refs?
Don't do this.
and now the Inspiration going after anything that moves.
I like that. I thought they were going to do that stupid thing where they put their hands on their hips.
It's the most inspirational move in wrestling. You hush.
All right, now they are doing the work. Oh, wait. Oh, no. God, God dang it. I spoke it into existence. The biggest bullies in the Knockouts division. Again.
The Inspiration, the women's tag team, the Knockouts World Tag Team Champions. However, tags made there. Mila Moore was able to tag herself in, and now it's legal.
I don't know, just
Victoria Crawford.
weird choice.
Whoa. And down goes Moore off the suplex. Covered by Lee. Shoulders down and a kick out.
All those tags were going down. I was saying.
Zebras.
Managed to eliminate.
For the match continues. Now the Angel Warriors going to work against Mila Moore. Ooh, running senton. Brookside dives out of the ring. Here's the cover by Lee and a kick out.
Add to all those rules we pointed out earlier, though, Tom. Now the Inspiration, lots of them. They are in a tough position here because, like any other triple threat match, they did not have to be pinned to lose those titles. Any time here.
Oh, and a kick right to the midsection by Victoria Crawford as Moore at the attention of our referee, Paige Prince of Island.
Brand new team.
first into the top rope, and again, it's the X factor of 4. Here's the cover.
That would be a very, very interesting trio.
Eerily reminiscent of Kylan King and Taylor Wilde once upon a time. Kylan King winning the Knockouts World Tag Team Championship. Coming in King's first matchup.
That's true. It's a very, very real parallel. History has
I'm glad the announcers actually went back to a precedent where somebody debuted as a tag team or debuted as an extra partner and won the Knockout Tag Team titles, debuting in that spot.
more aggression, more urgency. That's the key. Those are the keys you need to be a champion.
And again, throwing more in at the last moment with Blanchard not medically cleared to compete. Plus, we have the unpredictable Victoria Crawford, who is a former champion of WWE in her own right. It's a real challenge for the Inspiration and the Angel Warriors.
Going in thinking you have one set of opponents in the other corner like that, and a totally new combo here. That throws everybody off their game. Look at it right now. Mila Moore in firm control of Lee.
Lee, who's consistently been to the striker Laying Lee is.
Take some of those weapons away.
Unfortunately, I do not. This is one of those rare ones that's going a little bit over my head.
Just got knocked off the apron.
Victoria Crawford in legal. Have you been listening to the Mentor podcast, or did Victoria suspend?
Into the public, but I think they're inspiration. True inspiration, unlike our champions.
Victoria Crawford mentoring in her own mind. Plenty of knockouts, but the tag's been made. Ooh, in comes Zaya Brookside of the Angel Warriors.
Lee needed that.
Okay, now I get it. Now I get it.
This entire matchup.
Now I get it. Okay.
Wrestling legend Robbie Brookside. And now Zaya going to work on Mila Moore. Double knees, calls that broken wings.
A lot of confidence. Brookside been looking for championships since showing up here in TNA.
Cross body, shoulders down. Oh, and the Inspiration saved their titles.
That was ever so close.
Now Cassie and Jesse, they were trying to control Victoria Crawford. Oh, big kick there by Crawford.
Hello there, Kermit the Frog here. I was playing some banjo. Frog legs? No, I don't want to be a spokesman for a place that sells frog legs. All those frogs walking around on crutches.
Every knockout in the ring right now with the tag team titles at stake.
Everybody finding their partner. Something's got to give. Break down, and it does.
All 6 of these knockouts going to fisticuffs.
Yeah, sorry, I had to channel the Muppets movie there because that's like the first thing that came to my mind when I think of like Kermit the Frog lines.
Good luck with that. Oh, a huge kick there by Cassie Lee. Now Crawford rushes it Lee.
Out of almost nowhere, Brookside back into the fray.
Double knees by Brookside. Moore able to block. Use her size and strength for a belly-to-back suplex.
Look out.
Ooh. Laying Lee sending Moore into the corner. I believe a tag's been made there by the Inspiration.
I saw that one. I think the referee did too, but I don't know how many others are aware in the fray of it all.
Oh, now Laying Lee sent down to the apron by Moore.
Now things starting to get dangerous here.
A kick to the head, Moore down on the apron as well. Precarious position for Moore and Lee. heel post by Lee.
They were locked arm in arm.
All right, here comes the obligatory dive spot. Everybody getting into position. Bowling pins getting into place. And roll it down the alley. All right, only two. Only two pins. A little bit of a flat finish. They did they went right to the high spot, and then the yeah, that was in a weird way. It kind of made sense. I think it was they like the inspiration split off and grabbed one of the other, grabbed Zaya, or was that Mila? Whoop whoop, pal.
TNA President Carlos Silva returning the championships to the Knockouts World Tag Team Champions. The inspiration.
The reign of terror continues.
Oh, stop it.
Dude, they really should start doing some more with like NXT women's tag teams, because you can easily have them come over here. Yeah, they do. They really do. Like, all they have right now is Lei Ying Lee and Rosemary, and they don't do shit with Rosemary.
There's something about this city. Let's continue rocking the.
I mean, Indy, I guess she kind of bounced back tonight. So yeah, like Indy, Lei Ying Lee, and Rosemary. Who else you got? I mean, they did have, Ash and Masha, and two separate things at the same time. Kind of took them both out of the picture.
Greatness isn't given. You happy? It's earned. I know that I'm going to raise the bar higher and higher and higher every time I get a chance. At Bound for Glory, history wasn't just.
Yeah, exactly. And plus, NXT has an abundance of women wrestlers that they're having trouble finding airtime for. Okay, pair some of them up, make a few tag teams, and have them and put them in the Knockouts tag team title division.
This wasn't just a crown. It was more than a night of battle. What this company stands for. We're not done yet.
Yup, exactly. Because at least what, I'm not saying AJ's a liar, but I'm just saying, like, who knows how things might change, or what things might change about how main roster is main roster. They don't get involved with like in the NXT thing or TNA. That's with NXT. However, Joe Hendry at WrestleMania kind of begs differently. But yeah, like that is actually kind of. But if that is what they're doing, then that's a good way of keeping main roster, women's tag belts, main roster, strictly main roster, and then the TNA Knockouts belts. They're the floaters. They're the cross brand. They're the cross brand belts. Oh, at least for NXT, TNA, AAA. So you could probably get some good. Some good matches, bringing in some women, AAA women's tag teams. Yeah, let's make stars, pal.
Introducing first, accompanied to the ring by Tasha Steele and Special Agent Zero, the team of the Great Head.
Or Door 4.
Basically exploded into existence match with Cedric Alexander. Order 4 had a brief confrontation with the Hardys before that matchup. And after
Yeah, that's a good point, Lab Rat.
Alexander, at the end of it all, the Hardys crashed the party, upsetting This is for TNA. Okay, this is our thing, and we're kind of sharing it with you guys, like letting your teams and AAA and NXT compete for it.
In the first place, welcomed this matchup.
And their opponent, first from Charlotte, North Carolina, weighing in at 220 pounds, Cedric Alexander.
Alexander, who went one-on-one with Jason Hodge last night and scored the victory. However, his older brother slammed him after the fact.
Are those the fourth rope belts with them?
Team partners from the Hardy compound in Cameron, North Carolina.
Yeah, I think those are the fourth rope tag belts with them.
World Tag Team Champions.
Partners, fourth rope. The Hardys are coming off of the biggest Bound for Glory event of all time, where they defeated Team 3D in one final table, and effectively the Hardys retired Team 3D.
the ultimate burden and the ultimate honor fulfilled by the Hardys there. What a moment it was, but as it always does, cruelly, sometimes history and time rolls on, and right now, a new conflict stands across the ring. Hardys and Cedric Alexander.
You talk about the honor bestowed upon the Hardys that night at Bound for Glory. Team 3D, Cody Ray and Devon gave their boots up in the ring to the Hardys. We talked about it that night, the ultimate sign of respect.
You often see a wrestler leave their boots sitting in the ring as a sign that they have the boots to your opponent is a whole nother level. The Hardys and the Dudleys, that one will live on forever.
And they're referring to them as the Dudleys and like Team 3D and the Dudleys on commentary.
Team 3D for their contributions and all the moments they gave us for many decades. But tonight, someone might get deleted. The Hardys and the North Carolina brothers, Cedric Alexander, up against Order 4 for a turning point.
We will see this week. See if it's last night.
Hodge and Alexander trying to pick up where they left off last night. Closing moments of that matchup. Mustafa Ali had joined us on commentary. Looked like Jason Hodge was going for that classic Ali rolling neck breaker, and he got caught with a lumbar check. And Alexander got the 1, 2, 3.
Mimicking, copying, taking what you will from Mustafa Ali, I would say is a smart situation. That backfired on Jason Hodge, however.
Okay, here's the cover and a kick out by Hodge.
Man, it's just really tough to get into some of these matches because this really just feels like it's I'm not gonna lie, like a televised house show. This feels like a televised house show. I'm sorry. So it's kind of tough to get into this.
Just like that, the broken one. The goat himself.
Or I should say a premium live house show.
A Jason Hodge here.
create a little bit of separation. In comes John Skyler.
I was going to say, let's not forget, is during that confrontation between Order 4 and the Hardys, the Great Hands made it very clear their intentions to take those TNA World Tag Team titles from the Legends.
I'll point out that John Skyler's from South.
I didn't know that.
Chicago versus the Southern.
Oh, it's me. I won't go into it.
Fighting amongst yourselves. Speaking of Chicago, here comes Mustafa Ali.
The pride of Chicago.
Yeah, I know, but it's I don't know. It's
and the leader of Order 4.
said TN. A lot of decisions that TNA's made recently have been very big time head scratchers. Like, what are you guys thinking?
Cedric Alexander going to insert himself into this equation.
There was no legal tag to Jeff Hardy. What is he doing now?
Take it up with Frank Gastineau, our referee.
This is uncouth.
Oh, wait a minute. Alexander launching Hodge into the rest of Order 4.
And the Hardys and Alexander standing tall. The frustration of Mustafa Ali is starting to boil over.
Take a look back here. The Hardys helping out Alexander. What a feat of strength. Meanwhile, back to live action. The mastermind behind Order 4. Tasha Steele calling for a huddle.
One thing I'll notice I noticed something they threw the one dude out. Ali was the one who pretty much did everything he could to basically base and catch and then guide him on his way down on that bump. Very true. It is not AEW, but at the same time, though, you know, I gotta call it like I see it, you know. Where TNA is TNA and where AEW is AEW. TNA would learn from the mistakes they're making right now. At least I hope they would. Whereas AEW would be like, well, the sickos like it, so it's all good.
I was afraid Ali was going to go through the damn ceiling. Oh, jawbreaker there by Ali.
Trying to cut Cedric Alexander off from the Hardys here.
What if I have not read any spoilers? I don't know what any plans are. I don't know what's going on. What if this ends up leading to a thing where Order 4 goes over because of interference from Tasha? So then that's how we bring in Rebby to the mix. And then we get a Hardy compound with Order 4 visiting it. Yeah, Order 4 at the Hardy compound.
The Hardys furious with what just happened. Special Agent Zero wiped out Cedric Alexander.
Now Order 4.
Indeed.
Standing united with Agent Zero standing behind.
Ali taking a shot at Alexander. Ali knows because he's legal against Alexander. If the Hardys strike him, it could lead to a disqualification on Hardy. We're after Ali. The referee just warned Matt Hardy. Referee's discretion allowing the match to continue.
Tensions very, very high in this.
All account. Oh, and a driver there by Alexander, and Skyler was talking trash. Order 4 is trying to reestablish establish a foothold here in TNA wrestling after suffering a loss in hardcore glory bound for glory. Oh! Ali got a piece of Jeff Hardy. Look out! Oh, big back body drop, and a tag's been made. Jason Hodge trying to catch Alexander.
Great timing from Hodge there, holding on to Alexander. Keeping control, at least for the moment.
For only a moment, the insecurity. Oh, but Matt Hardy pulled away by John Skyler. Order 4 prevents the tag.
Beautifully done by Skyler there. Boom!
Beautiful kick there by Hodge. Here's the cover, tucks the arm. Alexander kicks.
With a little bit of teamwork and ingenuity, Order 4 regains control. And now, can Hodge really pick up where he left off last night?
Go for the rolling neck breaker. Oh, it nearly cost him again. Last night it led to a loss. Tonight gets drilled with a Death Valley driver.
Right where it's due, incredible counter there from Cedric Alexander.
Tag made. It's Matt Hardy to meet John Skyler.
And a broken one looking to break Skyler here.
Matt Hardy quickening the pace here against Skyler in this 6-man tag team matchup.
Back and forth now.
Ooh.
Last night it was Ali who suffered that twist of fate. Will it be Skyler tonight?
Over another twist of fate. Oh, there goes Hodge.
2 for 1 special. No!
Went for the twist of fate. Handful of the chains and kill. Was trying to effect. Nasty landing there for John Skyler. Pressing the shoulders down. Matt Hardy thinking better of it. The match continues.
Either way, Hardy retains control here.
Oh, now Hodge has the attention of the referee, and Ali.
I think Ali had something in his hand.
Cover! Oh, and it's broken up, and a kick out as well by Hardy. Difficult situation in the last few moments.
And just like that, Order 4 is maybe Hardy off now.
Yeah, those were some.
A tag made. Ali is legal.
Yeah, that was rough back then.
There's a weapon there, but the referee did not. The match continues.
And then have you ever heard this story about during that time? So the guy who was kind of like the guy who was kind of keeping the books, running the numbers on the pay-per-view buys and whatnot, he was falsely telling them, knowingly falsely telling them, giving them inflated, like way inflated numbers. So Jeff and Jerry kept running on and budgeting. Okay, we're making this much money off this many buys based on what this guy named Jay Hassman is telling us. Well, it turns out Jay Hassman was full of shit with the numbers, and they almost went out, and they almost closed up within the first few months because of that. Nah, that'd have been funny though if it was Meltzer. No, yes, a dude named Jay Hassman, who apparently there was a conflict of interest involved. Like there was actually a legit. It turns out there was a conflict of interest with Jay Hassman because while he was doing that for TNA, he was also getting paid by WWE. Like he was at the same time he's working for TNA and giving them those false numbers. He was working for WWE and getting a paycheck from them, to the point where there was actually a legit phone call, like a I don't know if it was a conference call or a speakerphone call, but on one side it was Vince McMahon and whoever else was on his side. On the other side was Jerry Jarrett, Jeff Jarrett, and Vince Russo over the entire Jay Hassman situation.
Once again went for the twist of fate. Matt Hardy sent to the outside. Ali through the ropes and a dive takes out Hardy.
And look out!
Oh, Cedric Alexander focusing in on his old foe. Flatliner.
Hodge goes inside out that time. Boom!
Slingshot spear by Skyler. And now Jeff Hardy with the one of the twists of fate and a neck breaker.
Yeah, that dude was a rat of the lowest kind. The lowest kind. Soon as they got done testing on him, right in the trash with you, pal. Yeah, that was a hard hit from them. They barely managed to recover from that. But then the whole Health South thing, because they were getting a line of credit from Health South. And then they got busted federally, and they were investigated and got into some shit. And that's what got Jeff cut off. And were it not for Dixie Carter and her family stepping in at the 12th hour after seeing the thing with them and with Jeff Jarrett getting into it with the Tennessee Titans at ringside, if Bob Carter had not seen that, TNA would have died after the Health South thing.
Prepared to deal with this monster.
Business looks like it's about to pick up.
Yeah, and that was what led to the Carter family coming in at the 12th hour. They became controlling interests.
He's not illegal. I guess it all goes, and the referee's down. It's absolute chaos.
Zero sent to the outside, but somehow still standing.
Trying to cut down this.
Yeah, always the plan, pal.
That is Special Agent Zero.
The Hardys driving Special Agent Zero to the back.
Alexander left alone here to fight in this matchup.
Alexander trying to send away the great hands. The referee's been thrown back inside. Oh, and a low blow by Ali.
And a roll-up.
Covered. Ali pins Alexander.
All right, that was a weird-ass finish. So Order 4 over, which honestly makes the most amount of sense because they're the ones who need the win. You're trying to build them as this credible threat. They need the win. So, yeah, right team went over. Whoop, whoop.
Order 4 now has a victory over Cedric Alexander and the tag team champions, the Hardys.
Order 4 had never beat the Hardys in any combination prior to tonight. A major bounce back for Order 4 in the wake of Bound for Glory tonight, live at a turning point.
At Wholesale University, learning doesn't stop in the classroom. It steps into the ring.
TNA Impact is live!
Using Wholesale's state-of-the-art production facility, students are getting the opportunity to bring their learning to TNA Wrestling's live events and produce live television seen by fans around the world.
This is what TNA is all about.
It's part of Wholesale's mission to give students real-world experience and a front row seat to the fast-paced world of live entertainment. TNA Wrestling is proud to be partnered with Wholesale University as they teach students the skills that power the entertainment industry.
Right now, we want to give you a glimpse into what this beautiful establishment is capable of here at Wholesale Live. This was earlier on today, a view from our production truck. Raywell, you and I have got the opportunity to work in this building with TNA and WWE. It is truly state-of-the-art.
One of the best places to learn production and everything with event management, media, and beyond. We thank Wholesale University for their partnership at TNA.
Well, we are sold out here at Wholesale University in Orlando, Florida. And coming up next, the system is preparing to bid farewell to JDC at Genesis. But the Rascals proposed this 8-man tag team matchup for the first time in 8 years. All 4 members of the Rascals will be in action together. They face the system next.
introducing first, accompanied to the ring by Alicia Edwards, the team of Eddie Edwards, Brian Myers, JDC, and Moose Garcia.
Announced to the world and to his own.
Yeah, they're getting a lot more traction. Lot more traction, and good for them. Because JCW, them growing and getting better, that's actually a good thing for the business and the boys and the talent and the girls. Because here's the thing. JCW, even though they're basically like just a, you know, one of the bigger indie names, I should say a major indie. Dude, they still actually pay, they still do everything they can to pay the people who work for them the best they can and take care of them. You know, and guys like that, man, you know, you want to support them. You want them to get better.
And their opponents, the team of Zachary Wentz, Byron Reed, Trey Miguel, and Desmond Alexander.
Oh, Desmond Alexander now?
Welcome home, Desmond Xavier.
Oh, Xavier. The ring announcer Mackenzie Mitchell got it wrong.
That all four of them. It's a heartwarming homecoming moment for the Rascals.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. ICP, like, dude, they do good business. Like they take care of the people who work for them. Like they're those guys that you want to support. You want them to get better because we need more, you know, businessmen like them who take care of the people who they do business with and work for them. Yeah, and the outsiders and Waltman, they go wait. Yeah, they've been tight, always been tight with ICP. Of course, I think a lot of that also has to do with Nash and that Nash ICP and that Detroit connection.
And for the first time ever, all together in one ring.
Oh, nice. So Trey's got this thing on his front. He's got like all these people's names written on him, and he made sure to have Chris Bay's name like in the largest print, and they zoomed in on him. So good shit. Whoop whoop.
Before the best TNA wrestling has to offer to say goodbye to JDC on his road to retirement.
Best of the best of the best. About to go at it.
And it'll be JDC
Whoop whoop.
things off against Myron Reed.
All right, while I start things off, I'm gonna go step out, take a quick piss break. Be right back. Whoop whoop. Ah, that feels much better. Whoop, whoop.
JDC. Now we see on a tag. In comes Brian Myers up against Trey Miguel.
Who once hosted the learning tree, about to take Trey Miguel to school.
The learning tree to the treehouse.
That's right. That's right.
Trey Miguel, you can see how emotional he was more than this one compartmentalized going into a match like this was feeling that way.
Well, look, I've known Trey.
Yeah, here's one thing they totally missed out on with the weeks they took off. If you're gonna do this match, the Rascals and the system, like a babyface respect match, as part of the build, Treehouse segment writes itself. Like on the go home show, you have the teams be like, oh, hey, all right, we're head to the Treehouse, have a pre-match, respect smoke sesh, have a good time, and then a turning point. All right, time to get serious, and let's go to war, boys. Yeet yeet. And then afterwards, and if I'm right in a turning point, we do a quick Treehouse sesh afterwards. Are they all like, they're all passing, doing a little puff pass. Whoop whoop.
Overhead belly to belly there by Eddie Edwards. Eddie went his way towards Pro Wrestling Noah, but he was guided to win the GHC Heavyweight Championship. Meanwhile, we know what GHC went on to do in WWE.
Now the Rascals went taking control, but
the company could care less about that history. It's all about the competition tonight, the turning point.
the competition is about their own history coming to a head here. We talked about that 8 years building to a moment like this, to a moment like Desmond Xavier returning to TNA.
Get me Moose, pal.
Moose and Desmond Xavier.
Two men with roots deep here in TNA. Certainly going to be a size difference here.
Oh, kick right to the back of the Xavier. He's a multi-time champion during his time at NXT. Oh! And now getting lit up by a three-time world champion here.
Right, exactly. Because of his involvement, people are going to talk about it. Now they're the JCW Lunacy. That those names and brands are getting out there.
Combination offense here. Look.
Avengers. Shoulders down on Moose and a kick out.
Points cold-blooded. Whoop whoop.
Oh, what a job by Moose.
That's all someone like Moose needs. That's the power game.
Yeet yeet.
Favor in this matchup overall.
Now Brian Myers slowing down the pace. Smart decision by the veteran.
Called it the most professional wrestler for a reason.
Multi-time tag team champion between TNA and WWE. Brian Myers, one of the most respected veterans in the TNA locker room. Oh, and he right to the chin. Down goes Myers.
That was almost a knockout shot. Both men now here looking for a tag.
Myers reaching out. Here comes Eddie Edwards to meet Desmond Xavier. Ooh.
We need a little bit of the competition first.
Oh, caught by Xavier. And now Myers.
All right, time for some bowl packing for a little bit here. Yeet yeet.
Xavier. Drop kick right to the back of the neck.
He's been called the cardiac kid for a reason. He just doesn't stop.
On the move. DDT delivered to Edwards. Xavier trying to put away the system for the Rascals. Oh, and a kick out. And it's safe to say that
These longtime friends from Ohio, all four members of the Rascals, have been to hatchet in their recent issues.
Take another look at this satellite DDT, planting Eddie Edwards and turning him inside out. But it was only a 2. The match itself rolls on.
Last year's Slammiversary, Xavier, Wentz, and Miguel.
That I don't know, but I think. But I was reading somewhere that part of the deal with WWE signing Joe Hendry while he's still under contract with TNA is that not only do they buy out the remaining time on the contract, Desmond Xavier gets to wrestle for TNA. At least from what I read. All right, on to part 3 and the final part for tonight. Whoop, whoop.
Live on TNA Plus. On a drop kick there by Moose, went all the way up to get it.
Moose non-stop here.
Now Myron Reed hit with a Uranagi. And
Moose in unreal form here.
And now X back into the ring. Oh, and it's time for Go to Hell.
I mean, yeah, I would imagine, too, it's kind of a good faith thing, too, as well. I gotta believe, yeah, there's some good faith in there.
Reunion it would have been to end like that. But Desmond Xavier staying in the fight.
ADC is lethal. A victory for the system against the Rascals. Moose was going for the setup.
Yeah, I'm sure it means a lot for all 4 of the Rascals tonight. I'm sure, tonight means a lot for all 4 guys.
JDC might have come down awkwardly on that left knee.
Or last night, my bad. Last night meant a lot for all 4 guys.
Starting to break down. Rascals looking to take over the ring. But look out. Oh, the numbers game is not favoring Moose here.
Oh!
Ooh! Oh, man, look out.
3-on-1.
Boom, a little Dragon Gate special there. Who bestowed that upon the Rascals once upon a time.
About him signing with WWE, potentially? Because I know he did. There's a thing that's been making the rounds on social media of today of him cutting a promo after Turning Point. And I will pull it up, and I'll try to play it on my phone. Yeah, and to be fair, that's the only thing that would make any sense out of that whole decision. Do that so suddenly, it's like, well, he's signed with WWE, he's gone, so all right, we got a guy with the Money in the Bank cash, and let's use it, and we'll go from there. Yeah, that is a good point, Cold-Blooded. Very good point. Unless, because here's the thing, the Rascals' contracts are up in early January. Is it because she knows that they're not going to re-sign or they're not getting re-signed, so that's why that they haven't done that? Otherwise, yeah, that's a perfect layup right there.
To believe it, on fire flame like I've never seen it before.
Against JDC.
Whatever's
Whoop, whoop.
there is fire, that's for damn sure. In the nick of time.
Dude, for real, like, yeah, the ultimate bet on yourself and coming out on top.
This is total non-stop action.
Yeah, if anybody deserves, has earned and deserves, you know, something in wrestling right now, it's Mike Santana.
World Tag Team Champions. Oh.
Oh, wait, look out.
Oh. Trying to set
Yup,
JD's
and got over by, get this, being himself.
situation for Dango.
Like the Mike Santana character, from everything it's basically just Mike Santana himself turned up to 11.
Reed and Xavier send up the soup kitchen.
And he got over as fuck.
Boy, the double stomp was that took a quite
At least over as fuck as far as, TNA goes. And, and catching the attention of, the mainstream. Points, lab rat, whoop, whoop.
out to the floor.
Well, now Myron Reed always trying.
Hesitation will cost you.
And now wins a UFO cutter.
Look out.
Double team on JDC.
They're not done yet. There's their hot fire flame.
And once again, Xavier send up Wentz.
The family has come together.
The spiral tap. The Rascals beat the system in a thriller.
That would be sweet, lab rat, whoop, whoop. And Rascals over the system, pal. And ended up being JDC taking the pin.
What a family reunion.
Take a look back at the conclusion of this match.
Yeah, very strong win.
Xavier with a spiral tap. Welcome home.
Like, dude, they came out, like, the Rascals came out of this looking great.
From all the Rascals, and how apropos it Desmond Xavier getting that win, that 1-2-3 on his
Their first match, all four of them together in their history.
and the sportsmanship.
Yeah, I'm sure he probably, dude, I wouldn't be surprised if he volunteered. Hey, I'm done, I'm done coming up. Yeah, I'll take the pin.
His pro wrestling family, the system. This is what family looks like.
Yeah, dude, for real. Like,
To go home.
great reunion for the Rascals, and then you're elevating them at the same time. And the system's making them look good. Who was it that said EY was the one behind it?
I was the one that saw you from the beginning. All of this is your fault. The whole NXT thing, them having
Okay, seeing this, EY being behind it, it has more traction. But behind the NXT Invasion, this has more traction now. With this backstage segment with him and Santino, that gives a little more credits to that.
I kind of respect him. Maybe you're a mastermind. Maybe you're one step ahead, but we found you out.
But it sounds like more instead like, but never mind, my bad. Yeah. Yeah, let's just say I wouldn't rule Eric Young out, but after seeing this, it sounds like he's kind of got his own thing, his own faction he's bringing in.
This could be a show stealer tonight, sold out live at Full Sail University in Orlando. Let's take a look at the X Factors. Last night on Impact, Rich challenged Leon, albeit with a little inspiration from AJ Francis. Swan's last singles match in TNA, ironically, was for the X Division.
One ball and is for the TNA.
Yeah, very well could be our Ariana and Stacks.
Introducing first the challenger, representing first class.
Ooh, yeah. Yeah, what if it is an inside job and it's Santino? That would, okay, I'd be with that. And then that's when Carlos Silva, that's when he finally makes his appearance or finally debuts as an on-air character as like the babyface president.
And it shows not only in the way he acts, the way he carries himself, but in his physical form. This may be the best Rich Swann we've ever seen, and I hope Leon Slater is ready for that.
The former TNA World Champion and X Division Champion.
Dude, I'm so as a human being, from one human being to another, I'm legit proud of Rich Swann and how he's turned his life around and where he's at now. Like, seriously, much love and props to the man. I admire the dude. I look up to him.
And his opponent from Bradford, England, weighing in at 198 pounds. He is the TNA Division Champion, Leon Slater.
Leon Slater's had a lot on his plate as of late. He has this division.
Give me male Dixie Carter, pal.
However, Leon Slater and NXT's Javon Evans will be challenging Dark State for the NXT tag.
Yeah, dude, for real. Like, Rich Swann is a dude. Like, you should look to that guy. Like, he's somebody that should be looked up to, and he is. Yeah, last I checked, they are still together. And yeah, you got that storyline right there. Let me go double check.
You mentioned Leon Slater. He still makes his home in Bradford, England. It's not lost one-on-one between NXT and TNA in 7 months. Well, the last time and the only time he faced off against Rich Swann was in the United Kingdom at RevPro in March of 2023. That match went Rich Swann's way. So there is some history between these two. Leon Slater, not underestimating Swann. If anything, Leon Slater's trying to bring the best out of Rich Swann.
Anybody who knows Swann knows what his potential is, what his capability is. You mentioned it, former world champion, X Division champion. Can he add one more reign to his resume?
Oh yeah, her and Rosemary.
TNA X Division Championship is the signature title of TNA Wrestling, first captured by the phenomenal.
Yeah, that was like where he first started getting everybody's attention back in the. It's on a mainstream national level or international level.
Alexander, Speedball Mike
Bailey, Chris Sabin, Alex Shelley. The list goes on and on of spectacular.
Yeah, so last night, so apparently, Rich Swann and Sue Young are still together, and they have a son who was born 3 years ago.
Leon Slater, as ever, confident walking in his
Dude, yeah. Yeah, we need knockouts tag teams. There's one right there. There you go. Managed by Father James Mitchell.
Posing the question, what have you done lately? You've been running around with AJ Francis in first class, but what have you done in that ring? That's what Leon Slater wants to see. That's what he might want to pull out here of Rich Swann.
Swann backing up Slater into the corner. Champion's advantage, of course, to Slater. Title cannot change hands on a count-out or disqualification. Only be a pinfall or submission in the ring.
And again, Slater taking control of that exchange and feeling fair.
Do you think someone like Rich Swann is trying to prove something to himself in this match? Because I mentioned it's been over a year since he had a singles match in his company.
Dude, they could do that. He doesn't take any bumps. Just be there, look menacing, and be like a physical threat. Maybe give a choke slam, a shock treatment, or a black hole slam every now and again.
Swann is out here fighting for Rich Swann. You want to know if Swann still got it? Woo!
Swann picking up the pace, and down goes Slater.
Ooh. To the fray here.
All night long, all night.
Kick right to the chest. Swann, a former cruiserweight champion in WWE here at TNA. He won the now retired Digital Media Championship. Was the final TNA Heavyweight Champion years ago. Oh my God!
There's the strength. There's the There's that aggression of Slater. Look at him go!
Look out below! Leon Slater just kicked it into high gear.
And we've talked about that before, Tom. Let's take a look, though. Slater brought it to a whole nother. The intensity. When Slater gets backed into a corner, he ups that intensity to another level.
We've seen how Slater has evolved as a person.
Yeah, dude. We need some sort of on-screen interaction between Abyss and Jasper Troy. We need that. Come on. Shit, that's a tough one. That's a tough one. Oh, he could do both.
Champion of all time, accomplished that at 20 years of age.
Abyss could do both.
21 at the back end of September.
But Tom, you do wonder just a little bit. At the end of the day, despite all that experience,
Dude, indeed, cold-blooded. And the fact, dude, and they even added this extra touch in there that is just mwah. So during Abyss's entrance in the WWE 2K25, or I think is it 2K25? They do the TNA Impact from like 08, 07, 08, like from like 07-9 camera tilt. Like they used to do back in like the late 2000s when Abyss made his entrance. Oh my fuck, that's tremendous. That is tremendous, cold-blooded. That's funny. That's funny. That is funny.
despite the amount of time that Slater has put in his young number of years, still has the experience advantage on Slater.
Shot right to the midsection. Swann taking down Slater. Oh, and the rolling splash got caught with the double knee. Slater trying to retain and a kick out.
Great counter from the exhibition champion.
Down goes the steal.
That was nasty landing. And immediately you see our ringside physician going to check on Leon Slater.
Slater favoring his left eye. I think his eye went into the point of the steps.
Oh my God, I don't even want to think about that.
Damn, dude. Man. That's crazy. Yeah, you would never think that that's Abyss in real life. Like, you watch Abyss on TV, you would have no idea that's who he is in real life. That's who the real Chris Parks is. That is so crazy.
And Slater's going to push forward.
His eye might be messed up, but he at least saw that coming.
Slater's clearly messed up.
Depth perception could be all off, which...
Oh! Certainly disoriented now. There's the cover. Swan trying to win the title on a kick out.
And you got to wonder how wise it is to continue after something like this. Take another look all the way out and out to the outside. I think you're right, Tom. Nearly right into that corner, that point of the stairs.
Watch this one more time. Oh. Not the first time I've seen something that nature, but still.
And even if it's not the point, if it's a black eye, a bruise, it swells up, and it even just affects your vision at all a little bit. Considering the style of Leon Slater and all the high flying he does.
And whether you like it or not, that's smart by Swan to kick to the left eye. Hold on. Slater caught Swan. Talk about getting disoriented. Down goes Swan.
There's the power of Slater.
Cover. Shoulders down. Swan stays in it.
But again, still favoring, trying to reopen that eye.
Let's take a look back here. Well, just transpired here moments ago. Downwing Swan in a heat.
Huge spinning side slam. Almost had the title retained there.
Slater, his equilibrium's thrown off, so he returned the favor against the Swan.
And then some. Valiant effort here from the X Division champion.
Left eye, the orbital bone, certainly have to be questions, but this for our medical staff to determine somewhere down the line. A shot to the left eye there by Swan.
And like it or not, I mean, it's a smart move.
And you can see Slater trying to reach out there. Swan stayed on Slater's blind side.
That's all it took, though, was one shot to the eye to immediately interrupt anything Slater wanted to do.
Swan back up on the apron. Leon Slater dragging him back. Hook to the leg, trying to hold on to his title on a kick out by the challenger.
And every spare second, Slater going back to that eye, but continuing to push forward here.
And now Leon Slater, is he going to do it? Trying to step through for the Styles Clash.
But Swan, look at it, bringing his arms back around, fighting.
Well scouted. Swan clash and had an answer for it. Oh, kick right to the head. Neckbreaker by Swan.
Swan once again. Ooh.
Dude, that's cool, Brad. That is super cool, man.
Kick back there. On the eye and the head. Oh, wait a minute, the crossbody. Cover. Oh, a kick out there by Slater. There have been times we've seen Slater go for counters. In that type of situation, perhaps for a cutter, you could see Slater train.
Man, that's crazy. But I think that kind of speaks to the differences between like the Abyss character and Chris Park as a person, or Chris Parks as a person.
Slater defiant in the face of Rick Swan.
Dude, I know I've said this multiple times before. One of my favorite matches of all time, I will never, ever forget this, was Bully Ray versus Joseph Parks. I want to say Slammiversary 2012? Let me check.
Now is it time to put it away? Can he hit the mark?
Slater up top. Swan is
Yeah, 2012. Slammiversary 2012.
Had that one scouted.
The slingshot cutter. Swan sends the
Yes, the Joseph Park character, that felt more like an exaggerated, turned up to 11 version of the actual Chris Parks in real life.
Rich Swan has an answer.
cutter.
Like, dude, because well, to be fair, the storyline, the character development, and the building, and everything that led up to that match, that had a lot to do with how good the match was as well. Where we were believing this dude is Abyss's brother who's never wrestled, this really nervous, timid lawyer, never been in a fight, never, thrown a punch in his life. Yes, gentle giant. This guy's never actually had any physical confrontation in his life. But at the same time, though, we know this is actually Abyss. This is the guy who plays the character of Abyss. Yet, when you watch that match, you'd have no idea. Like, he pulls off the whole, I've never had a wrestling match in my life. Now I'm out here in a hardcore street fight with Bubba Ray Dudley. And he played that, like, but him and Bubba, or Bully, they played their characters so well. That match was so well put together. Dude, seriously, if you ever get a chance, go out and go check that match out. Bully Ray versus Joseph Parks, Slammiversary 2012.
And look at this. Wait.
Oh, Slater went up and got Swan.
Shades of Rich Swan that he did to Eric Young to win the world title.
A blast from the past. Speak of the devil. Styles clash.
Is it enough?
Swan able to stay in this match.
But how much is left? Slater has regained control.
Slater trying to gather himself. Swan is down. Huge opportunity now for the champion.
With one eye, Slater heads up top once again. A turn 450.
Slater puts away Swan.
And our winner, Leon Slater, and still X Division champion. Whoop, whoop. Good shit. Good shit tonight, pal. Yeet, yeet.
Another win. Another classic from Leon.
Take a look back here. Leon Slater, the Swanton 450 helps him put away yet another former TNA World Champion. This has been an incredible reign for Slater as X Division champion.
Carlos Silva presenting Leon Slater with the title the way Leon Slater likes the title.
Yeah, like they managed to keep the Abyss character fresh, but also kept him dangerous and a threat as well. Like, they added layers and developed his to his character, but at the same time, he always remained a dangerous threat. Yeah, as we learned from some of the thank you, Hulk. With this ring, I can defeat anybody. Yeah, that kind of jumped the shark.
Congratulations on yet another successful title defense.
Like for example, like during one of some of the Dr. Stevie vignettes they did with him, we find out that Abyss is a fan. Well, or at least this was like 08, 09-ish, like 08, 09. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. They actually gave a they seriously, that's actually really cool what TNA did. They gave like a picture tribute to Leon Slater's grandmother. That's awesome. That's awesome.
You know, after that one, I can't really see too well, but I can damn sure hear you lot. I appreciate you guys, man. Thank you.
I'm sorry. That was actually pretty cool and pretty beautiful. I'm sorry.
So TNA family, people in the back, everyone here tonight, thank you so much for that. You don't know how much that means.
Yeah, the recently Leon Slater's grandmother unfortunately passed away, and TNA actually went out of their way to give her like a special graphic, which I thought which was super cool.
I feel a little better about that question, I can't lie. But I tell you what, man, it's been a wild 2025. Not just for me, but for someone you lot know as well. That boy is bouncing. Yeah. Me and the young OG, I've had a crazy 20.
Yeah, dude, for real, that was cool.
Gunther on Monday, you get me? I'm the X Division champion, the youngest of all time, you get me? And on Tuesday, we become the youngest NXT Tag Team Champions of all roster time, you get me?
Dude, with how much they've buried Dark State, they should flip the belts over. They should flip the NXT belts over to Devon and Leon. Plus, there's fun you could have with them as the NXT Tag Team Champions. And there's a lot of fun you could have with them. And then it eventually builds. Title versus title. Leon Slater, Javon Evans, NXT Tag Team Champions versus Hardy Boys, TNA Tag Team Champions. And you know they're going to tear the damn house down. All right, we're doing video packages. We're going to do a little smoky toky time. Be right back. Whoop, whoop.
Trophy, Nick Nemeth, and the brand new TNA World Champion, Frankie Kazarian.
Ooh, I like that. I like that. I like that. Yeah, that's better. That's way better.
Following tag team matches scheduled for one fall. Introducing first.
Ooh, and then you have the, and then and then you have Leon go over, and then all of a sudden you got Leon and Javon, TNA World Heavyweight title. Yeah, we run it back. Yeah, we run it back from the X Division title, but now it's for the TNA World title.
What's going on with his tag team partner? As of now, Mike Santana is not here at Full Sail University. He's not been here all day. And it was Steve Macklin who said earlier on today, whether I have a partner or not, I'm prepared to dive into the fray against Nemeth and Kazarian.
We know that Macklin is fine here in TNA. He's ready to do that again.
This should be the moment when Mike Santana joins us here for this main event matchup. Macklin said earlier on tonight he's not heard from Santana all day.
There's been radio silence from the former world champion.
Is Macklin really going to...
Accompanied to the ring by Brian Newman.
That would be interesting. That would be very interesting, Lab Rat.
Well, it certainly appears, as they always say, the show must go on. Macklin standing here, and we both know Steve Macklin very well. We know he's willing to fight 2-on-4.
Ooh, what if they switched option C to the international belt? Because the whole idea behind that belt is all comers, all brands, all around the world. So that's what they're trying to brand and build that belt as. Okay, so why not do that for NXT or a AAA belt?
But they did promise to settle business in this match first.
I'll say this. Nick Nemeth is responsible for one of the most electric moments in pro wrestling. Could Nick Nemeth call his shot tonight on his own tag team partner?
Yeah, that opens up a lot of different creative roads you can go down. Yeah, the more options you have, the better. The more choices you can make, the better, and that can let you get more creative.
Everybody and their brother can cry and post all they want. This is something a long time coming. Over 23 years for Frankie Kazarian to make a dream, a well-earned dream come true. People like Christopher Daniels, Ray, all taking and going public with their congratulations, despite how it may have gone down, that this is a man who's earned that title.
I respect the resume of Frankie Kazarian just as much as those men and legends you just mentioned. But it's the manner in which he's conducted himself over the last 2 years. He ruined. He made it all about himself. And then, when he saw an opportunity amidst chaos...
Yeah, they're actually starting to do build stories and develop characters there.
NXT's infiltration of Impact last night. Carlos Silva said it himself earlier on in the countdown to Turning Point. An investigation has been launched. There's actually...
And in a weird way, like this is one thing I've noticed, like NXT, like the weekly NXT TV show, seems to be the nexus where all the different universes kind of converge, whether it's the main NXT universe, TNA, AAA, Evolve, LFG, and even main roster. Main roster.
I'll say it again. Nobody is more TNA than our current world champion.
Well, I'll say Steve Macklin's pretty damn TNA.
Where's my boy? Looks like it's just me, so screw it.
Oh, and Macklin going after Nemeth and Kazarian all by himself in this tag team
I mean, that's no surprise to anybody who's known Steve Macklin for more than 5 minutes. He is ready for a fight.
And that is underway without Mike Santana.
Macklin, he's not stopping.
Yep, exactly, Lab Rat.
World champion.
Or all 6 if you want to count Noah in there, because apparently looks like they're getting a lot more involved and brought under the WWE umbrella, because you know who their current tag team champions are at Pro Wrestling Noah? Honk, honk, Hank and Tank, pal.
Macklin can keep this pace up. I mean, he may actually have a chance to win this all on his own.
Olympic slam, Macklin into the cover, pressing the shoulders down in a 2 count on Nemeth.
Already managed to eliminate Kazarian from the equation. Take control.
It does kind of seem like the pieces are being set in place for like another wrestling war, but it's actually going to be like a wrestling world war. You got WWE, AAA, TNA, Noah, NXT versus AEW, CMLL, New Japan, ROH, and the other partners they might have.
Ryan Nemeth quick to point it out to Daniel Spencer, a referee.
This goes to show the kind of jeopardy Macklin's already put Nemeth in, as Macklin now runs off the little brother.
And well, this is not just 1 versus 2, 1 versus 3, but I mentioned Mara Shade.
Well, at least she dried her hair off.
That looks fantastic.
Now Ryan Nemeth caught the back.
Okay, I'll give them credit. They actually paid off the interaction between Mara Shade and Ryan Nemeth earlier. So yeah, at least they paid that off.
Unfairly assaulted, but that's beyond the point.
Macklin trying to endure amidst what felt like a 3-on-1 situation. Now it's 2.
And that's kind of cool seeing Mara Shade and Steve Macklin showing some respect. Whoop, whoop. Or showing each other some respect. Whoop, whoop.
Macklin couldn't maintain that control. He may have stood a chance. I don't know, man.
Famouser. Nemeth trying to put away the international champion in a kick out.
Now that truly begins.
The former TNA. Truly the perfect storm. Cover and a kick out by Macklin.
I can't believe how he's feeling. I can't even imagine, after all the work he put in, to have it go down like that. But at the end of the day, you have your obligation.
For real, they are. And plus, they've also made sure to highlight his real life, service in the military to help kind of show, like, yeah, this is why this dude is like loyal to the brand and will stick and put his body on and put everything on the line for us.
Here's the cover and a kick out. Why he's got to be upset with TNA and NXT, this partnership, which seems so cozy earlier on last night, as you talked about, between Santino and Ava. Now we have extra tonight for Turning Point.
We may have just seen that relationship explode.
Oh, flat drop by the brand new TNA World Champion, Frankie Kazarian.
That wouldn't be a bad idea. And you saying that kind of got a little bit of an idea in my head. If they ever do like the System and the Rascals and the Treehouse together, that would actually be a good really good like way for them to go off, like end the segment. They kind of get into a discussion of like, hey, so who do you guys think is behind the NXT invasion? And you have like the whole like the you know those weed conversation, like this conversation where you kind of go off on a tangents and the rabbit holes when you're high. Like that would actually be some good material right there.
And I get that, but I'm gonna stand on my own line. That's the one thing he wouldn't.
Oh yeah, that'd be perfect. Yeah, actually, they just had Tyler Breeze is obviously on good terms with them. So you could get a one-off reunion. All right, it's our final case. Who's behind the invasion? Ooh, yeah, he would make sense. Ooh, because yeah, there's a way you could do that. There's a way you could do that if it's Dez. Yeah, the whole thing, me getting released, work. Y'all marks got worked. Trojan horse? Yeah, pal. Oh, and by the way, here's my new WWE main roster contract. Or my new NXT contract, or right, exactly. Like that would be, yeah, and that's the perfect cover. The perfect cover too. Because they'd even said on what was it, on the other night's Impact that yeah, we'd actually been talking and smoothing stuff out and putting that stuff in the past.
Said nobody in or out without approval. That's your approval. Santana is in the building.
Man, Santana bracing for a fight. And there is the former TNA World Champion, Mike Santana, is here at Turning Point.
Making a beeline. The ring, Mike Santana is unleashed.
You can see the heavily taped right arm. And Kazarian immediately jumped out of the ring. Santana.
He doesn't care who he's got to fight. He just needs to hit someone and something.
Santana's out for blood. Mike Santana wants his payback.
This is the human embodiment of hell hath no fury. Mike Santana has been scored and the world will know.
Oh, kick right to the face of Nick Nemeth. And there's Kazarian running from Santana.
I can't blame him wanting nothing to do with this marriage.
Yeah, me too, Labra. Like those guys, I mean, they have a natural chemistry with each other. Of course, a lot of it having to do with them being, real life friends, and I think like growing up together.
Santana levels the champion with that right arm.
That right arm that got absolutely obliterated last night, courtesy of the NXT wrestlers who stormed the ring.
Mike Santana has got to push through the pain. He refused medical attention after last night. Oh, and a kick to the right arm by Nemeth.
Nemeth knows a wounded dog when he sees it.
Oh! And a bullseye on the right arm of Mike Santana. And now Nick Nemeth trying to close out this matchup.
Got his eyes locked on the former world champion.
Super kick!
Lights out.
Is that it? Santana kicked out at 2. Mike Santana staying in this fight. But now Frankie Kazarian with a golden opportunity. And there's Steve Macklin to back him up. To back up.
Takes Nemeth out of the equation. Look kick out.
Now Kazarian set up for fade to black. Santana able to survive. Stacked up here. Chains of Last Night and a kick out.
Almost an exact repeat. Santana has an answer, though.
Oh, big forearm shiver by the champ. Oh, that right arm. Oh, Santana spin the block. Fights through the
Look at that. They're actually still selling an arm injury from the night before. Imagine that. Imagine that. They're still trying to sell the injury from the night before.
Here are your winners, the team of Mike and the TNA International Champion, Steve Macklin.
Santana spent the last 24 hours in a fugue state, an emotional storm. But when the time was right, came back and struck.
Hey, I will give TNA credit. They're trying to build Steve Macklin into a credible babyface. I will say that. They're at least trying to build Steve Macklin into a top-tier credible babyface. Like a main event level babyface. Because it's Mike Santana and who else at this point? Hometown Man? I mean, yeah, we all love Hometown Man, but we also understand he's a novelty act. A very fun, entertaining novelty act, but a novelty act nonetheless. Oh, yeah, this week's injury report should be fun.
You remember what Nick Nemeth said earlier on tonight? We talked about it. Kaz is right out in the ring. Wait!
And Nick Nemeth is calling his shot.
I mean, you can't wait. He said he would.
But wait, before he can make it official, NXT strikes again, pal. Whoop, whoop.
How in the hell is this happening? How did they break through the security?
And I will say, yeah, I'll give the announcers credit for this. The first question they're asking, wait, we have security here. How did they get through? And now they're reporting on what's going on. And strangely, they're not touching Frankie Kazarian.
Get out of there, champ. Is he in danger or is he being protected? Anything. Oh, he does not look comfortable. I'll tell you that. He's not leading this pack.
Oh, and now Kazarian is a target.
Yep, and now they are attacking Kazarian. Okay.
It doesn't matter who stands up for TNA. These wrestlers from NXT will knock them down.
Oh, wait a minute, on the back here, screen, a little bit center and safe. Judas Icarus and Travis Williams of TNA trying to help.
Get me in Northern Armory, pal.
Are just too much. The overwhelming force is just too much. If it was a fair fight, it'd be one thing. But they have the jump. They have the numbers.
Ava said she had nothing to do with this. Even Shawn Michaels on social media said he was looking into this situation. Now security flooding the ring.
And where were they 5 minutes ago?
Guards, more guards.
High rise, Stacks and Jensen laying waste. Here at turning point. Another Santina Marella.
In the face of his own son-in-law.
Okay, this is interesting. Now we got Santino screaming at Stacks. Like Santino specifically getting Stacks' face and screaming at him before getting jumped from behind. Yeah, for real. Like that's kind of the big plot hole here. Where the fuck is the rest of the locker room? Where's Leon Slater? Oh, here come the Hardy Boys. Where's Order 4? Where's the System? Where's the Rascals?
Will this be enough? The living legends, but look at the numbers in the ring, Tom. Even as amazing, as incredible as the legendary Hardys are, 2 on dozens just doesn't matter.
No, EY, he's calling himself like an OG TNA guy. Where's EY out here for this? You know, why isn't he cleansing this?
Who's going to answer for this? Who is at the root of all of this absolute carnage, courtesy of NXT?
I can see that. I can see that being the direction. All right, well, that was a fun watch tonight, guys. As always, a pleasure getting to hang and chill with you guys because you are what makes these watch-alongs fun and what makes getting to be the HMG nighttime DJ of the, of the live shows a pleasure and a privilege. Whoop whoop. See our schedule for the rest of this week. Tomorrow we got The Wreckage and then HMG After Dark. We're watching the movies Glengarry, Glen Ross, and Rounders. And then Monday we got the Monday Locker Room, the Raw Watch Along, the Impact Attack Tuesday. We Like It Raw, the A Show, and then the late start NXT Gold Rush Watch Along. And then the Wednesday Locker Room. Wednesday we got the Next Level Wrestling Review, the AEW Dynamite Watch Along and Bell Count Thursday. The Friday Locker Room and the Impact Watch Along and Bell Count Friday. We got the SmackDown Watch Along and Bell Count. And I'm not sure what's going on Saturday. But as far as tonight goes, we're keeping the party going. About 10 to 15 minutes. Twitch.tv/LG Brandon Whoop Whoop. I'm not sure what we're doing tonight as far as what the games are. But something will be going. And of course, you always catch me on Twitter, or as the kids call it these days, the X, at LG Brandon Whoop. See you guys, that's always fun. Always a pleasure getting to hang out and chill with the HMG fam, the Bearcats and Jugger Bros. Whoop whoop. And hope to catch you over on Twitch. If not, have a great rest of your week. Or on some of the other shows, if not, have a great rest of your week, evening, weekend, or week. Much love. Whoop whoop. Yeah, pal.